Okay, in my opinion, every life on this planet, I'm talking down to the fucking microbe of fucking
Oh,
insect, okay?
yeah,
Down to the insect, and even humans, okay?
yeah.
My life, your life,
Oh,
your mom's life,
Sorry.
everybody's life, okay? Everybody on this planet, it was all random,
Yeah.
okay? It's just random. Like, okay, we don't have a fucking clue who came before us,
No,
okay?
we don't.
We don't, we only, all we know is that mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, great, 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 and great and great.
Yeah,
Okay, that's all we know. Now, for a man and a woman to, to consummate anything, okay, and have a child, all right,
yeah,
by the fucking like throw of the dice, I was born, and
yeah.
I have consciousness, and then you were born. Ethan was
Oh,
born. Y'all have consciousness.
fuck.
You know,
did you?
so
Why'd you say that?
So it's just like, it's really weird to say that it's like everything is special because you could have been a dog.
I know.
I could have been like a fly
Mm-hmm.
or an ant or a fucking, you know what I mean? Or like I could have been a fucking monkey.
Same thing as human, but not as good.
Yeah. I could have, like we could have ended up fucking dogs or house cats or birds,
Mm-hmm.
but we're human. And why are we human? Why? We don't know. So why? That's why I don't understand people who want to kill themselves and feel depressed all the time because this we were chosen for something.
But for what?
That's the point you got to figure out on your own. That's the enigma of life. What do you want out of it? Like we already know dogs live a dog's life. They
Yeah,
eat, they shit, they protect stuff. Okay.
that's what humans do.
Now
Same thing.
cats eat shit and murder things.
Yeah,
Okay. And okay, but what I'm saying is that with humans,
we're all,
we're a
we're all,
little different.
but we're a little bit of everything though.
Yep. But we're a little different because we we have the ability to fucking shape our lives. We
But
have the
dogs don't.
no, we have the free will. We have thumbs. Do you know what separates us from other species?
What?
The only thing that separates us as the master species,
What?
a big toe and a thumb,
Why?
because we can grasp things,
But monkeys can too.
not like we can.
Bro,
Monkeys are different than us.
but do you think that if monkeys taught their children how to grasp things,
I mean, and really, I mean, who's to say that? Who is to say that this isn't like a hallucination or a computer fucking generated thing? We don't know. We don't. We don't know what's real. We don't know. Like this room that
yeah,
we're in, you
could
know,
be just not
it's a
real.
no. This room
Yeah,
that we're in is a false sense of security.
I know.
It's
What is a
and
real
it
sense
does.
of
You know what I mean?
security though?
There is none.
Exactly, because we're technically exposed.
We build these things around us to feel safe.
Beavers do the same
Okay,
things.
we build up things around us to feel safe,
Hmm.
and it's like, uh, I don't understand why people haven't grasped this concept yet.
But it's better than living out in the fucking wilderness and shit. In my
Yeah,
opinion, it's better than having to worry about getting struck by lightning or getting rained on and ruining all the stuff you work for. It's like
that's
this is
why I
just
tell people
shelter.
it's better to be humble because there's people out there
They live in huts.
that no, I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about there's people out there who take all this for granted.
Yeah,
They
those rich
don't
people.
give a fuck. Okay, they
Why?
don't care. They don't want to hear anything else besides what they want, how they feel. Me, mine, give me. What can
Why?
you do for me? Give it to me. Give me.
Why?
Greedy, greedy, greedy.
Why though?
I don't know why.
I feel like if you were a humble person in your afterlife, you got to be taught how to be greedy in the next.
There's no reason to be greedy because if you're humble, it'll come to you.
That's what the greedy people won't understand, Dad. Because maybe who's to say if you die and you become rich and you become greedy? Because when you die, you're not the same person you were in your last life. You weren't.
Yeah.
You have no control over death. That's one thing that humans cannot stop is death. Did you know that if there was no such thing as death, this world would have already been gone because of all the resources?
Yeah.
I feel like when you die, that's just paying respects to Mother Nature. You're
Well,
paying
you
your
know,
due.
when you die, it's been scientifically proven.
That you decompose.
No, it's been scientifically proven that something leaves us when we die.
For real? What? How did they prove it?
Wait.
What do you mean, wait?
I guess there was a study done a long time ago where it was a hospice patient.
Yeah.
Whenever he was on
What's
the table.
hospice?
Hospice means that's where you go before you die.
For real?
They take care of you till you die. If you don't do it at home, they have home hospice and they have hospice out in the hospitals and stuff.
That's crazy.
But anyway, they had a guy that was on a table. It was like a what they call a scale, right? The scale was on the table, and he weighed so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he weighed so much, and then whenever he died,
He weighed so less.
he lost weight.
What?
He lost weight,
That's
and they thought it was like the fact that he died, and then things like his nervous system and all his body functions shut down.
Yeah.
But they weighed everything, and everything was right except for one little thing.
What?
They couldn't figure it out. So we must have the thing. A soul leaves us.
Why have you not?
Because
Why
I
have they
remember- hold on.
not
I
fucking
remember-
did funding on experimenting with this anymore? Why did they stop?
Because the war machine is more important.
Why?
Don't ask me that. Because war makes money.
Well, money is what's controlled. I
No.
feel like money is
But listen,
what's stopping us
me
from
and your
unlocking the key of what life actually
Me
is.
and your mom were in Texas one time. Whenever we lived in Texas, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we were at the emergency room because she was having some problems, okay?
Yeah.
And we were
right there.
we were like in the corner, right? We're in a corner room,
Yeah.
okay? And we were in a corner room.
Was it like a half room with the curtains up?
No, but
No,
it was a
wasn't
big
like
room.
ER.
It was a nice size room.
Right.
We was in that room waiting on the people to come help us or whatever. Because mom did have some blood work done and some other things. And so we was waiting, okay?
Yeah.
They had a guy in the room to the right of us die.
Damn.
Okay? Hold on. This dude died.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about there was no way for air, like real wind to get into the hospital.
Yeah.
When he died,
Yeah.
they shut the curtain, okay?
There's a fat gust of wind.
I'm talking about, I felt cool air blow to the point where it moved both curtains. And I watched it, and it was a cool, like somebody brushed past me.
Real.
And I told
just
Debbie,
walked out?
I told your mama, I said,
He's out.
he's gone.
Damn.
I felt him.
That's crazy.
And I saw the curtain move.
But you didn't see. You
I
didn't
didn't
have the
see
vision
anything.
of him.
I felt him.
Damn.
You know.
Why do you run? Because you.
Why?
You know
why
what's
when
the
I had
difference?
my stroke? Why when I had my stroke? I decided it'd be I just felt like it'd be a good idea just to go ahead and sit up, and I got up off the bed, and I wouldn't think I didn't have really any thoughts in my head. I was just kind of just like,
Here we go.
You know, I was like, well, I'm done. That's what I was thinking to myself. Well, I'm done, and I got up, and I turned around and I saw myself, and I just kind of looked at myself kind of somberly, you know, just you know.
You weren't gonna miss it.
And
You
no.
didn't feel any regret or sadness.
No.
Why?
I just didn't. I just looked at myself, you know, just like,
Damn.
Shook my head. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up to the doctor freaking out, telling me, you almost died. You almost died. And I was like, what? What? You know.
You look down at yourself and you still go,
They're like, yeah, right? They're just like, man, we got to get you to a room. We got to get you to a room.
Yeah.
And, so, you know, I mean, and it humbled me, dude. It humbled me because if you haven't noticed, every time people try to argue, I don't try to keep it going. I want to stop it. I don't want to argue no more. I figured it out.
You scratched my back.
It's like I know I know the meaning of life, but I just can't explain it at words.
My curiosity, you know, the only reason why I want to join the Masons is so I can figure out what's beyond that door. But
I wouldn't worry
what
about
was
it.
beyond that door scared Grandpa to the point where he didn't go back. I don't know what it was, but that man, after he came out of that room, he was changed. He changed. He
I
changed, dude.
remember that one of my good friends died.
Yeah,
Okay, his name was Robert, and
yeah,
he was an older guy, and he was one of my best friends in Texas. You know,
yeah.
and I'm still friends with his kids.
He's such
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And he was like a dad to me.
yeah,
And when he died, he died. Okay.
yeah.
And I called Grandpa up, freaking out one night, and Grandpa was mean to me when he answered the phone because I was bothering him. And I explained to him why I was calling him at 9 o'clock at night. I said, my
Nigga had
friend,
nothing else going
I
on
said,
besides playing a video
I
game.
said, my friend died,
Ow.
and he was
Oh,
around
that
your
hurts.
age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, well, you'll see him again." I said, "How do you know?" He said, I just know, son.
Yeah, he had told me the same thing.
You know."
When someone died that I knew, he told me, you'll see it. He always gave me that. He'll always give me that. He'd give me the same answer. You know
So
what's
I'm
weird?
guessing that the
You,
Mason showed him
what,
the other side,
bro? They
maybe.
have a portal. Ow, ow. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh,
Oh, I
God.
scratched the mole.
Oh, God, that
Sorry,
fucking hurt.
but you know that's not for us to worry about what they do.
I know, but I want to join so I can see it myself.
You need a lot of money for that place.
Why? Why you gotta pay to get into a cult like that?
It's not a cult; it's a brotherhood.
I know, but the Brotherhood was meant to be on free will. Now it's controlled by money.
Everything's controlled by money, son. Unfortunately,
In order to thrive, you have to have
this is
money.
why I tell you and your mom and other people that just to be thankful for what you have.
She rubbed my back.
Be thankful for be thankful for the fact that we have consciousness the way we have it.
Or what if dogs became? What if all animals became conscious? Then would we be? Would we still be the master race?
No,
We wouldn't because we would be fucked. We would be hunted.
I think felines would kill us all.
Yeah, the cats. I feel like dogs would try to take our, dogs and monkeys would take our side, but everything else would fucking try to kill us. Cause they're stubborn. Dogs are
And the
obedient.
reason why I tell people to be nice to nature, not to be a tree hugger, but to respect
Why not
nature.
be a tree hugger?
No, listen, to respect nature.
Yeah.
Okay, because those trees, the trees outside,
Or actual
and the
life.
grass, okay?
Yeah.
The grass, the trees, the fucking, all the flowers and the everything,
Yeah.
everything that's outside, that's not concrete, is alive.
I know.
And I have a feeling sometimes that it takes notes on how we act,
Yeah, and so it becomes harsher
you know? And it's
as
like,
revenge.
who's to say whenever we go back into the womb, aka the earth, right?
Oh my god.
Who's to say that we don't have these things come out and say, hey, why you done this and why you done that and why you did this,
That's
you
probably
know?
what people think is God. It's actually the earth talking to us.
There was a episode of
Oh my
Star
god.
Trek. Okay,
Oh my god, what was that? Ow. Oh my god,
I
dude, I
hit a
felt
nerve.
no, dude, like I felt electricity.
I hit a nerve. Sorry, but there was
Oh.
you listening?
Yeah, sorry, dude, that fucking
It's okay.
felt weird.
There was an episode of Star Trek. Okay, and I
Star
don't.
Trek. Is it Trek or Trek?
It don't matter. Turn that off for your mom sleeping. But there was an episode of Star Trek, and I don't really like Star Trek at all. It's
The
just
books were better.
it's well, it's not the fact that I don't like it.
It was fake.
It's just no. It's just that I don't. I never had time for TV shows.
You're right.
Okay.
There's a lot of people out there like you, but it's very rare to find nowadays.
Yeah. I never had time for that.
These guys
Now,
around my head.
but there was this one episode called all like Hell the Picard or something like that. The
That's
Picard.
a book. That's an
And
actual book by Star Trek. I've read it
so
in the
anyway,
jail.
I watched it, and the people on the planet worship Picard because they
What's
thought he was a
Picard?
god. That was the captain.
Oh,
They worshipped him because they thought he was a god, but he wasn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the starship was told to avoid contact with the planet at all costs. Okay.
Yeah.
But something happened to where they had to. They had to.
Oh, they would have.
They had to.
Didn't they
They
go
had
in
to
front of
mess
the
with the
three
planet.
judges?
No, but they. I think if I'm not mistaken. Long story short, they went down there, and one of them was dying. You know.
Yeah.
And so they brought one of them up to the ship to show them that they died too, and they're not gods and stuff.
Yeah.
So part of me thinks that some of the shit that's on the Egyptian hieroglyphics of people that were here before in the spaceships and stuff, I wonder if they're travelers that'll come. They watch or they come back or they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But besides that, it's just like people should be happy to be alive, and it's like these
I'm
people,
scared
these religious
to be
people,
alive.
these religious people are
Yeah.
part of the reason why. These are part of the problem, in my opinion, because you've got one book, okay,
Yeah.
and then you have 1900
Is that normal?
religions.
The
Yeah.
ridges right here.
Yeah.
This one. No.
My head's like that too.
This one, and then you got the ridge right here.
Yeah.
Feel it. Yeah.
But there's 1,900,000 religions off of that one book.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're all different. And they all fight. Okay. And they all play the who's right and who's wrong game. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, who's to say
That they're just like Alucard.
no?
Or whatever.
Who's to say that what they go through and what they're would God would okay, so in the Bible there's Jesus. Okay?
Yeah.
And what did Jesus ultimately say in that book? Besides anything else that was said, that motherfucker, all he said was to forgive one another, love yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't have sex with the neighbor lady's wife.
Why?
You know what I mean? You can't have adultery. You can't steal. You can't kill. You can't. You know what I mean? Like,
But everybody's breaking those laws.
and it's like, but nobody listens. You know, but like in my opinion, the Satanist commandments make more sense than the Ten Commandments.
Is that why everybody? Why does everybody hate on Satanism?
Because they've been told that,
But what if Satanism's the truth?
Well, how come they have the Bible?
You scratch my head.
How come they can have how come we have a separation between church and state and freedom of religion in this country? And we can have the Ten Commandments and crosses everywhere, but as soon as you put a Baphomet or a sigil anywhere, people flip out.
Maybe it's because that's the truth, and they're like, I feel like the Baphomet is like the truth. I feel like the cross is what's eluding from the truth. Because why would they put a fucking torture instrument? Why would they wear that? Why would they worship that?
Why would they worship a murder weapon?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. What you looking at me for, cat? I'll beat your ass. I'm just playing, I love you.
But it's like, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, who knows what it is? You know what I mean?
You're right.
We don't know.
I'm just afraid of the unknown.
We all are, son.
I'm afraid.
I'm not as nervous about it as you are anymore, but
because you've seen it.
I just don't. I'm not ready for it.
I'm not either. I'm definitely not ready because every night I stay up and think about it.
But I told you, Grandpa Danny. You listen, Grandpa Danny.
Yes, sir.
I told Grandpa Danny that me and him were different when it comes to religious stuff, right?
Why?
Because I'm not religious and he is. Now, but I told him, me and you.
Was Papa Danny hell on wheels when you first
Oh
met him?
yeah.
Bro.
But listen, I told him, me and you, talking about Grandpa Danny, me and you, we do basically the same thing. We believe the same way, and we act the same way, and we treat people the same way, and we have a lot of views that are the same, except I don't believe what you believe in when it comes to God.
Yeah.
And I said, but that should not make me a bad person. because I still do everything like you do.
If God really wanted to take me,
You
you, or
know.
mom out because we didn't believe in him, he would have done it already.
Hmm. But it's like just because I said, and he agreed with me. You know, I said I'm not a bad person. Just because I believe differently doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make me. It doesn't make me better than you, and it doesn't make me not better
It's
than
dark
you.
in here,
It
anxiety.
just makes me. It just makes me different. You know,
Yeah.
and it's like,
You ever have dreams where you're walking in this hallway?
you know, but things will get better.
That it said,
No,
if
they
you
can't.
slept today and woke up in 2050, what would be the first thing you Google search? And I said I would search up symptoms of death. Don't ever search that up because it'll freak you out.
Yeah.
Cause like I've done it before, and like I start feeling like I start having the symptoms of being dead. Like I start like comparing everything. I'm like, fuck, am I actually dead? Cause you know like the symptoms they put out there, like you'll
Somebody,
start feeling.
I read this theory one time. They said the reason why the world's going bonkers now is because we all died back in 2012, but it was so traumatic we haven't caught up to it yet.
And now we're catching up.
I don't believe it. I don't. I don't believe anything the little fucking weirdos have to say.
Did you know if the world would end, we wouldn't see it, and we wouldn't see it until minutes afterwards?
If the world ended, we wouldn't know we were dead.
I know.
Did you remember anything before you were born?
No,
Okay, then you're not gonna remember. You're not gonna realize you're dead. You're just gonna be somewhere else.
I do remember someone pulling me out. I remember that, but it wasn't. You know what's weird is that night, like there's some nights where like I do have memories of when I was born,
You know?
but it wasn't the doctor pulling me out. It
No.
was this fucking it was this fuck. It had scaly hands, and it had long fucking black fingernails. And when
No.
it touched me, it felt cool. Like I was cooling. I was soothed.
No.
It felt better than normal. It had took me and put me on a tray. And to that tray, I guess it determined my weight and shit. And when it took me off, it looked at me and smiled.
Do you know that?
And it didn't have regular teeth. It had jagged fucking. It looked like teeth from a shark,
You
and it
know, for
had
the
rows
longest
and
time,
rows.
you know, for the longest time, I told people that I wasn't born, I was hatched because I was convinced that I was hatched. Because there's too many things that have happened to me that I just make me not human. I don't feel human. I don't feel human. I don't feel like I should be here.
I don't either.
I don't. I feel like, you know,
You feel
grandma.
like there's a miscalculation. That's how I feel
You know
sometimes.
what's weird is that me and this little girl was born at the same time in the same hospital on the same day, but she was born blind and I wasn't.
That's crazy. You were supposed to live a different life.
Yep. And here I am dealing with this shit. No.
Yeah.
But things, like I said, things always pan out. You know. I'm gonna stop.
I wish I could be like this cat though. Not have a worry in the world.
Well, that's where maybe the whole free will thing comes in. Because the cat doesn't have free will.
No.
That
What if free of will is made up? What if that's made up?
what if Lucifer?
And who's
What if Lucifer tried
whoa,
to?
you see that?
What if
There's a
Lucifer?
cat.
Okay, what if Lucifer tried
Look, every time
to
what, say that again?
Lucifer?
See
What if
that?
Lucifer?
He's jerking
I
his
don't
head
know.
when you say it.
Listen. What if Lucifer? Okay,
Look at him.
tried to enlighten mankind long time ago. Okay.
Because he didn't want them to be blind
Yeah.
to the
What if
world.
he didn't want them to be
We
blind?
were supposed to be like these fucking animals. We were supposed to be
Yep.
ignorant to the world.
So what if Lucifer tried to help us and then it just backfired because they weren't ready for it?
I feel like God got jealous because he thought that we were gonna be smarter than him. I think God. You know what?
Okay.
I think God got. I think the biggest thing, the God's biggest problem is his ego.
Right.
Because throughout the whole Bible, if you messed up once, he would fucking yell at you or punish you. You know. And
Yeah.
I feel like when they ate that fruit, God had fear. God actually had genuine fear. And I think his ego won't let him admit it. But God had genuine fear that we were going to become smarter than him and we would overpower him. So he distanced ourselves. And I feel like the sun,
Well,
I feel like what's behind the sun is the Garden of Eden.
well, how come throughout the whole Bible God talks to people and all this other stuff, but now there's nothing? Or
I feel like back in
why would he make a planet? Okay,
yeah,
why would he create a planet
destroyed
and then fucking flood it
because
and
people
destroy it?
because
And why would he do that? Like, you know, why?
you know what I feel like, you know Noah, right? From Noah's Ark, he built the ark. I feel like that wasn't that the person named Noah wasn't actually depicted as a person. I feel like Noah himself was Lucifer trying to save the human race. This whole time, I feel like Lucifer has been trying to save us. And this whole, you know that it
And
even,
look,
you know
I'll
what
tell
did
you
it for me.
what. I'll
Hold
tell
up,
you what.
you know
Remember
what?
whenever God said He
Listen,
was
listen,
going
hold
to
up.
kill every firstborn child?
Yeah,
Wouldn't it make sense if they said Lucifer or the devil was going to kill every firstborn
yeah, that
if
would
he
make
didn't have
more
the
sense.
mark? But
Yeah,
it was God. God said He would kill all firstborn children of the people in Egypt,
yeah.
right? For Passover, He's going to kill. That means that if that was true and I was alive back then, He would kill me.
I would have been dead too.
No, Ethan would have been dead. But
Why? Either way, they wouldn't have taken my ass. Why? Why? Either way, I still cannot die. I go back in time, I won't die. I'll fuck up. I'll still get my way out of it. I won't die. You know, I feel like something's. I feel like my body wants to let go, but something. Every time I let go, something pulls me back. Something throws me back into the loop of everything. Every time, every time I say fuck it, I give up. Something fucking shoves me, or like I feel pain.
mm-hmm. Because you're not supposed to do that.
Like something's pushing me to go further when I don't want to.
We have times.
We have an expiration date,
We all do.
but that's the thing is it's not putting it on us like a milk carton or a fucking piece of steak, you know. And who's to say those expiration dates are actually valid?
Well, yeah.
Sometimes they're not. Grandpa Roland should have been gone a long time ago, but he's proving everybody wrong.
Right. Well, Grandpa Roland never drank, smoked, or nothing. So.
Oh shit! Well, did you know that there's a theory out there saying that left-handed people are most likely to die first over right-handed people?
What if you're ambidextrous?
I don't know. I just heard that before. I need water, dude. My chest is cramping up.
No, that concludes the conversation tonight.
Amen.